All right, there we go. We are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris. This is my channel, We Love Comics. And this is part 2 because I got 2 months worth of my PGX comics back yesterday. If you haven't seen the first, please check that out. I also want to mention, while I'm waiting for people to come on in, that I am still selling my Marvel. I keep saying Marvel, so take a shot if you're over 21. Every time I say Marvel mystery boxes, take a shot, but please don't be driving and don't be under 21. But my comic book mystery boxes, I'm selling some of my key comic books, whether they're graded or ungraded. The website is located right here. I just put it in the live chat. There's also links in the description. They help towards our cat Luna's bills and also helps us to move. And I also want to make an announcement that if you make a video where you do a live unboxing, what I've been doing recently is I will take your video link, place it on my We Love Comics Facebook page. I made a playlist called Favorites, and I will mark yours as favorites, and you will be allowed to place your link to your video in the most recent video that I've posted, so it'll help you get some subscribers and some views. So if you want to make one of the live-ins, if you buy one of the mystery boxes and you want to do a live unboxing video, make sure you let me know, and I will promote it for you. So let me say hi to some people that are here really quick. First person today, Lewis, welcome. We got Jericho, we got Juvenile Machine, we got Hugo, we got Lewis, we got Johnny, Comic Mike, Aaron, welcome. Alright, so let me put on the video camera so you could see. So I haven't opened these yet, and I'll tell you, it's not easy knowing that they're sitting there, you know, just waiting to be opened. It's hard to do. Now, obviously, I do not know the grades, so we are going to learn them together. I'll tell you what I predicted they were, and then we'll see how close I was. I was pretty spot on yesterday. I'm actually, most of the time, I'm pretty spot on with the grades. So let's hope I continue, because all 4 of these are pretty much either people's personal grails or grail books. Now, as you can see, PGX packages these well. I have a little deal with PGX. I don't get paid or anything. I want to make sure I always mention that. But I made a deal with them that if they allow me, if I put a ad and mention their website, you know, on videos, if I could have any books graded, so they allowed me to have 4 books a month graded, which includes pressings, dry cleanings, and signature verifications, and any grade. Now, you also can get a deal if you want to use their company. Now, obviously, you don't have to. If you prefer CGC or CBCS, that's perfectly fine. But if anybody's interested, because PGX is the cheapest, they are pretty much the fastest. You don't have to spend extra money to have them brought quicker. And if you're doing it just to protect them, that's a great one to do. So if you send 10 or more in and use the code We Love Comics Free Press, you can get one of them pressed for free. So, yeah, and Johnny said that, about the Phase 4 announcements. I talked about one last night, so if you haven't seen that video, check it out. And, of course, look what's happening to all the comics from the movies and TV shows that they're talking about. They're doubling and tripling. So a book you could have bought 2 days ago for $100 is probably going to cost you $400 to $500. A book that probably cost you $15 yesterday, I see people selling as high as $150. Be careful what you're buying, because I kid you not, I just looked on eBay before I started this, and somebody is selling a reprint of Blade, first appearance, for $300. So be careful. Make sure you know what you're buying so you don't get cheated. Alright, so there's enough people here. It's a Sunday. I'm sure people with this hot weather have other things to do. So let's get right into this. I will show you the grades. Well, I'll show you the prediction. I'll show you the book first. You can make your guess if you want, and we will go from there. So let's start out. We have, alright, so this is one of probably 6 copies of this book I have. I do have one of these, actually I did have one of these on sale on my website, but it's already been sold. Now, this is a prime case of do not give up on buying books, especially key books, thinking, oh, well, you know, they're too expensive. If you saw my part 1 video yesterday, you will see a book that I spent about $5.49 for, even if you went by the whole package, because I bought a whole run of a certain character's books, and it cost like about $3.49. The book ended up $1,000 book as of now. This book I got, somebody listed it. I'll buy it now. I was there to catch it because I knew the value of this book and I knew what the prices were. I knew this was a steal even if it was a 0.5. So I'm going to keep this covered, but I'm going to show you the back. Look how white that is. Now this is a mid-grade book because there's like a tiny little tear at the bottom, but overall it looks pretty darn good. But I paid only $189.20 for this book, and that includes shipping and handling. So this book I only got earlier this year. So it's not like I bought it 10 years ago. So you can find deals. You just got to search for them, and you have to know what you're buying. You got to know the prices. So especially if you're looking for a specific book, make sure you know what a 0.5 is. Because if you see it way below that, and it's a much higher looking grade, because not everybody knows how to grade books, you know, you're going to get steals. So knowledge is power. All right, so I paid $189.20 for this book. Obviously, this is the first appearance of Jackal, first appearance of the Punisher. I predicted between a 4.0 and a 5.0 off-white to white pages. People are predicting anywhere from a 5.5 to a 7.5. I would love it to be a 7.5, but I doubt that. But let's find out. So the first comic of the day. There we go. I am very happy about that. The pressing. See, here's the thing. It had a bunch of wrinkles, especially on the back, and it had some light foxing. Now, it wasn't very deep stains, so I wasn't sure if that could get that out or not. But as you can see, the dry cleaning and pressing did amazing. Because the only real major thing, if you want to call it major, there's about a little bit of a half-inch tear, not on the edge, but right here. It's very hard to see. That's the only major defect. So a 6.5, let's see, off-white to white pages. That's exactly what I said, so I'm getting a little bit better with the quality. So I paid $190, 30 cents off, for a book that came back a 6.5 because somebody listed this on eBay that obviously either didn't care or didn't know what they were talking about. And just to get a general idea, now I get my prices two ways. Number one is I go on eBay to see, what people are buying them for. Because it doesn't matter what somebody sells something for or what somebody else says it's worth. Because like I said, if you look at the price of, for example, the first appearance of Blade, which is Tomb of Dracula number 10, it's going to say a certain price today. But I guarantee you, because they announced the movies last night, people are not going to be paying those prices anymore. So they're guidelines. So it always depends on what people are willing to pay. So I also check GoCollect.com. Now, they base it on already graded books from CGC. Now, like I said, even though I have this deal with PGX, I'm not going to sit here and say they're the best. CGC is number one as of now, so they base the prices on that. So a 6.5 is worth, according to GoCollect, $800. So let's say if I wanted to turn around and sell it, I could easily sell this for $700. I paid $189. So because somebody did not know what they were doing or didn't care, people can take advantage of that. And like I always say also, and I have a video about it, especially these older books, get them pressed and get them dry cleaned, because they will work wonders on some of them. Sometimes they'll go up a whole grade and a half. So please, get those checked out. All right, next up. I'm trying to do this without looking. Okay. Next book up. Another classic book. I have about 4 or 5 copies of this. I did send one of these in my higher mystery boxes. So you're going to get, especially in the higher tiers, you may get a book like this, because somebody has one. As a matter of fact, one of the people who bought the $5,000 mystery box got one of my Daredevil number 1s. So I can't guarantee any specific comic, but you never know. There was some Fantastic Four number 49s in some of the larger ones. So check out the mystery boxes and check out some of the videos. So, there are some people that will try and badmouth me and say things go by the experience. Look at the videos of people doing unboxings and read the comments of people that actually bought them instead of people that just make fake profiles. Alright, so this obviously is the first appearance of Silver Surfer, first full appearance, and the first cameo of Galactus. Great cover. Absolutely love this. I believe it's a Jack Kirby cover. I paid $491.55. I predicted about a 2.0 to a 3.0 with off-white pages. Let me show the back. Because again, you could see there is no rips, no tears. This is a lower grade book, but definitely not a 0.5. So let me cover this. So there is a line that goes across that breaks color. It goes basically from the A in Galactus across. One thin line. There is a little piece missing by his kneecap. There's a couple of color breaking ticks, but not many. There's a little color break on the top there, but not very long, about 2 inches long. So this is a lower grade book. But again, pressing and dry cleaning dramatically improved this book. Alright, so I said between a 2.0 and a 3.0. People are saying, well, once they saw that other stuff, about a 3.0 to a 4.0. So you're pretty much on par of what I'm saying. I like to undergrade, because if I'm going to be wrong, I would rather be wrong and it be higher than wrong than be lower. So I tend to undergrade a little bit, but let's find out. Alright, so you guys were pretty close. So again, if you look at the spine, this had some, again, minor foxing. Hard to see, unfortunately. But the dry cleanings do help get some of that out. A lot of it is when people hold the book, you know, they hold it like this and their fingerprints. So if they had a little bit of dirt on their fingers, it gets on here. Depending on how saturated it is, you can actually clean that. So I don't think this is out of the question, a 4.0 for this book. I think I did pretty good. And again, I like to undergrade. Now I said off-white pages. It's off-white to white pages. Again, I cannot complain about that. It's not a 9.8, but I'll be very happy with a 4.0, especially when Silver Surfer is going to end up in the movies. Just not a matter of if, just a matter of when. So let me put again the link to the Marvel, again, whoop, take a shot if you're over 21. The comic book mystery boxes, if you're looking to order them, you can have the link here. It will also be in the description. I will also pin it to the comment section once that uploads. Again, it helps my cat, Luna. We literally have thousands of dollars worth of bills that we paid and all the medicines and stuff. And plus, like I said, we have about 30 to 45 days to move and come up with a lot of money, so you purchasing these things will definitely help us out. Alright, so 2 more books to go. Alright, this one I cannot wait to share with you. Alright, so this one looks like, okay, it does have some restoration. It's unfortunate, but I was taking the chance on this for the price I paid. I'm not going to complain regardless. This is Batman number 59 from the Golden Age. This is the first appearance of Deadshot. Now, there were 3 staples on this at one point. I don't know why they did that, because the 2 original staples, or at least what I thought were the 2 original staples, were still in the book. So, I took a chance, but they had it for like $500 or $600. I told them with those extra staples, because they weren't aware of it. I don't know how you're not aware of that, but they said they weren't aware of it. But I offered them $350. Which is the price of a 0.5. So, even though this is going to be restored a little bit, and let me show you the back, so you can see from a book from 1959, I mean, look how white that is on the back. No missing pieces, nothing major. So, I predicted this to be about a 2.5 to a 3.5 with off-white pages. This book is pretty darn clean. So, I'm not going to look at the grade, but it's comes in the year of 1950, so this is a Golden Age book, first appearance of Deadshot. So let's see, we already know it's restored. That's disappointing, but I can live with it again for the price I paid. The grade is... Alright, so I said between a 2.5 and a 3.5, so a 3.0. Alright, so here's the funny part. The staples were the original staples, so like I said, there were 3 additional staples for some reason. And I took those out because I saw when I peeled it back a little bit, I saw the original 2 staples. So the person that bought this didn't bother to even check. And that would have been easy to do. So the actual funny part is the restoration is amateur, slight, minor color touch on the front cover. So the only thing wrong with this book, well, I also knew the cover is detached, tape along full interior of the spine, but the staples are still in there. They were hidden because the 3 staples were kind of like a ½ an inch in from the spine. So the person could have taken a whole 30 seconds to take it out of the book and look and find out. So I took those staples out. I can live with a minor amateur color touch on the cover with a 3.0 and cream to white pages. So it did vary from page to page. I wasn't sure how to say about that one, so I just said off-white. So it ranges from cream to off-white pages. $350 for a Batman 59 first appearance of Deadshot. I am not going to complain. I am happy with that. All right, last but not least, but like I said before I do, and don't forget also, sign up for the cashback program. The cashback program means if you buy anything from eBay and all these other sites that it includes, it's not just comic books on eBay. It's Amazon, it's like Chewy.com if you have pets. It's all over the place where you can get anywhere from like 1% up to like, I've seen some up to 20% cash back. Now, that's not on all of them. That's for like vacations and stuff like that. But the average is between 2 and 6 cash back. It's free to sign up. The link is in the description. If you spend $25 or more within the first 90 days of signing up and make sure you activate it, you get an additional $10 cash back. So I get also a $25 fee one time for doing it. So that also helps out. But it's something that you can use. All right, so this is the Grail of the Grails. So far, I cannot complain. 3 out of 3 on this. Here we go. Here is my 4th copy of Hulk 181. Now, this is a lower grade book, but not too low. And again, I had this pressed. So it does look like, I'm not going to look. So it's not considered restored because it says 2-inch pieces of tape on interior front cover. Okay, so good. When I saw that, I thought it was restored. So you can see it's still blue. Tape is not considered restoration, but they did mention it. I'm perfectly fine with that. So there is no restoration. Let me see if I can see any defects, major defects. Now, the major defects are along the spine. You can see there's some color breaking creases, but not major amounts. But it does go up the spine. But it's not so bad, because you can see here, this is all flat. So it's not like it crushed all the way through. So it's just the front of the book. Now, I was very conservative on my grading of this book. But let me show it again. Look how clean the back of that book is. And this does have the Marvel stamp. Remember, I tell people all the time, don't assume, even if they show pictures of it, don't assume that the Marvel stamp is in it. Because I bought a book once, a Hulk 180, where they showed a picture of the Marvel stamp. And I opened up the book to check, and guess what? The Marvel stamp wasn't there. So be very careful, because if you do not check your books, if you wait too long, you're out, you're SOL. All right, so I paid $1,160 for this book. This book is going to continue to rise. Again, buy books before they make a movie announcements. You think this book is expensive now? Wait until they talk about Wolverine or X-Men in a Marvel movie. This book will double after that. So trust me, if you can get even a 0.5 of this book, get it. Just make sure it has the Marvel stamp, unless, of course, you can find a deal without it. All right, so I predicted about 2.5 to a 3.5. I was a little conservative on this one. Again, the pressing and dry cleaning looks beautiful, especially on the back. And I said off-white to white pages. So let's see what we got. There we go. A 4.0. Off-white to white pages, so I was exactly right. So I was pretty much, except for the Batman 59, I said off-white. It was cream to white pages because it was varied, so I wasn't sure how to label that one. I pretty much got all the page colors right. So a 4.0. It's got a little tape on it, but I guarantee you nobody's going to care about that because tape is not restoration. So let's look at the price on GoCollect.com for a 4.0 Hulk 181. Now again, they base that on the fact of CGC, but also keep in mind, there isn't a movie announcement yet. This book will double the day that they do an announcement. So let me find Hulk 181. So I paid $1,160, and that's including shipping. A 4.0 is selling with, CGC grading at $1,900 as of now. That means I could easily sell this for $1,800 for this book, and somebody would buy it. And that's before an announcement. So this book will probably be about a $2,500 to $3,500 book once the movies are announced. And that's with a PGX book. So these got pressed. The only major part is like there's maybe 3 or 4 1-inch to half-an-inch color breaks there. A kind of couple there. But again, lower grade book. And you could see the back of the book looks perfect. No rips, no coupons missing, no tears, no stains. The rest of the book presents incredibly well. So, I have people that all the time criticize PGX. There are some people that are just going to criticize everything instead of being, non-biased. These grades, this is why I do this live. So you can see I can't edit them. I can't, chop it up so it favors and everything. These are all fair grades. I'm very happy with these. And again, I tend to undergrade because I'd rather be wrong and have it be higher than have it be wrong. Like if I would have said a 6.0 and it came back a 4, that's going to be disappointing. But again, I wasn't far off. I said between a 2.5 and a 3.5, so it only ended up a 0.5 higher than what I predicted it could be. So let me show you the 4 books. So we got the Hulk 181 with the marble stamp. Has 2 pieces of tape on the inside. No big deal. I knew about that. 4.0. We got a little bit of minor color touch restoration. I am okay with that with this book. I paid $350 for Batman number 59, first appearance of Deadshot. I took a chance on this because it had 3 staples. I removed the staples to find out the 2 original staples were still in it. Person that was selling it could have checked. They chose not to. Their loss is my gain. Then we got Fantastic Four, number 48, first appearance of Silver Surfer and Galactus, which they're going to have in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They're talking about Silver Surfer potentially being one of the first. What do you think is going to happen to these books? So again, like the Hulk 181, you think these are expensive now. Wait until they start talking about, even before teaser trailers. These books will double, so get them if you can. And this one should show people that even books that are grails or what you think are very expensive can be found. I got this book this year. Somebody listed it as a buy it now for, with shipping and handling. It came out to $189.70. Got it pressed, got it dry clean, came back a 6.5. First appearance of the Punisher. So I want to show you guys that deals can always be found. When you say things can't happen, you don't make them happen. So you actually make that come true. Trust me, I've had days where I wanted to give up. If some of you saw the video that I took down a couple of days ago, that was me hitting rock bottom. But the beautiful thing about rock bottom is you can only go up from there. But if you get discouraged and say, oh, I can't do this, or oh, it's too hard, or oh, it's not going to happen, well, you're making it come true. How many people do you know can get this book this year for under $200 at a 6.5? How about a 0.5? Deals are out there. You got to search for them. I got another one that I'm going to show you. I'll make another video that I was doing a regular video and I took it out of the box. It was another one of those wonderful package deals. But it's a mega key book that the person had no idea what they were doing grading-wise. And even though it got bent a little bit, it's pressable. I'm going to make a video about that and show you. It's a major mega key book that I will probably, as of now, before a movie is announced, make about $1,000 profit. Maybe more. And it's a book that everybody wants right now, and I literally bought it about a month and a half ago to 2 months ago. So those are the 4 books. Let me know what you think. Trust me, I don't do these kind of things to brag. I'm trying to get people to see through experience. You know, like I said, there are a few people, like you saw on my live show the other day, there's a few people that just, they find pleasure in being, you know, not nice people, and they'll make up lies to make themselves feel better. There's a saying that I should tell everybody to live with. By their deeds, you shall know them. You see my videos, I'm very transparent. I go through this. I made the prediction videos 2 months ago when I did these, so you could see that I'm not changing it at all. I'm doing it to try and help inspire you to know that if I can do it with all of my situations that are going on, you can do it as well. So like I said, I have to come up with about $20,000 within the next 30 to 35, maybe 40 days to be able to get that house. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. I'm going to make sure it happens. And that's why I'm selling some of my comic books. I'm even going to be thinking about selling some of my 1-ounce gold bars and platinum bars. So if anybody's interested in any of those, let me know. I will sell them at spot. Good luck for getting them $100 over spot these days. So I might do a video about that as well. So here's the link to my store. When you go to it, you'll see a bunch of pyramids and stuff like that. You are on the right site. You just scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you will see the comic book mystery boxes and all the other comics I still have for sale. So check them out. And if you can't, or if you don't want to buy anything, or you just can't afford to right now, they'll be up until they're either sold or I don't need to sell them anymore. So they'll be there for a while. So if you need to save up, you can. I will do, Kyle said, do a video on the gold bars. I have about 10 or 11 1-ounce gold bars in assay cards. I'm going to be selling for at spot. And I'll put those on the website as well, because those will pretty much guarantee me that house. So like I said, make things happen. If you sit there and say you can't, don't be surprised that you don't. You know, if you want to win a race, you have to train. You have to be in shape. You have to eat right. But you also have to enter the race. If you don't enter the race and you say, well, I didn't enter because I can't win, well, you've guaranteed that you won't win. If you're in the race, you never know what might happen. You might be the slowest person, but everybody trips or everybody sprains their ankle, and all of a sudden you win. Like they say in the lottery, you got to be in it to win it. So I do these things to show you that I have on several videos, books that are thousands of dollars that I get for 70% of what they're worth, that end up in 5 or 6 higher grades than what they predict them to be. And they're books that I bought recently, within this year. So it can be done. Hopefully seeing videos like this will help inspire you. So if it does, give it a thumbs up. I always appreciate that. Let's show the negative Nancys out there that we outweigh them. I'm going to give today's surprise subscriber shout out, but I also want to thank everybody for participating and giving their grades. I'd love to hear your opinion when this uploads, but we're going to do Johnny Dakota. You are going to be today's surprise subscriber shout out. Hopefully you're still here. So if you're one of my power viewers, and a power viewer is somebody who watches a video from beginning to end, let us know in the comment section and say hi to our surprise subscriber shout out. And if you're one of my ultra power viewers, that means every video of mine that you see, you watch from beginning to end. Now, obviously, there's no way I can check that, so I'm going by the honor system. But show your status. Thanks for watching, guys. Overall, all great books. All 8 comics came back better or just as what I expected them to be. One surprise with the minor restoration, but I would have thought it would have been the staples, if anything. Check your books. Make sure you know what you're buying. Know the prices. The more you research, the less likely you will get burned, taken advantage of, or overspend, or end up with something you're disappointed with. Notice I'm happier than disappointed. It's because I do the work. Make sure you do that too. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. I will see you next video. And don't forget, it's not you, it is not I, it's We Love Comics. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody.